to me, I'm like, we're a team. Like you, like before we were married, we're like, yeah, we're a team. And like sometimes like when we're like doing those team combos, it's kind of hot.
Yes.
I'm like, we're like, yeah. So what's the strategy going into the next quarter for finances? Like you paying for groceries, am I? And I'm just like, go team school, and just like it's kind of hot.
Yes.
Look up little girl lapping up sugar.
Well, okay, Google this little girl.
No.
You can't look this up.
No.
Well, the first 6 months,
Pretty good.
Pretty
similar
great.
to dating, or anything big stand out different?
I think it was like it felt the same for us because it's like we're best friends and we love each other, and that hasn't changed.
Did you ever meet him?
Yeah, I know him. He's cool.
Is he still around?
He's still around. He's like 88, 89 now.
Dude.
Yeah. He's a very
loves
chill
Shayne.
dude. Very
He's
chill
awesome.
dude.
He's very cool.
Yeah.
Did you ever have that?
I had grandparents who were intense about the elbows on tables, but my family overall wasn't.
Yeah, I feel like these days, I'm...
You two are married?
Yes.
There you go. Congratulations. Yeah, congrats. What do you think? Should we do it soon?
What's your earliest memory?
My earliest memory? I don't know. It's hard to like place them. Like there's somewhere I'm like, did that take place beforehand or after? I think I have one from Halloween where I'm dressed as a pumpkin. Maybe I was like 4 or 3.
Fuck it. Pumpkin.
Yeah.
You were dressed as a pumpkin?
I think I was a pumpkin because that's like a classic.
Memories.
This is the 90s, and I was a little kid, so
That's awesome.
And then what did you say to that?
What'd you reply?
Oh, I didn't respond. The next day,
Wow.
then she says,
like sick,
says
Mom.
hello.
Oh my God. So you're
was
not
all-
much of a first
No.
responder, are you?
Oh, fuck
Zinger.
yeah, dude.
I get edits of Shayne on TikTok, and like I don't want proof that I liked or saved it, so I'll send it to him on TikTok. Because
I've
show
never
each
gotten
other.
one of myself.
To you? On your For You page?
Yeah, I think I've seen one of everyone by this point. Like,
Okay, wow. And you're looking at them?
they're not like I don't get these like hot ones. I get the ones that are like kind of silly.
I love the silly ones.
Most are silly, I feel like.
Buff Shayne, who's married to Courtney now.
I'm from
Where are you
kind
from?
of all over. I was born in Florida, Virginia, Arizona, LA.
Whoa.
He's a military brat.
A military brat.
Yeah.
Always being conscious, and it's all about making an effort. So like me anticipating not necessarily his needs, but like, oh, this was a long week. Like I'm gonna give him some time to decompress and not be in his face, because I can sometimes be the extrovert in the house while he just needs to like have some moments of quiet. And I'm just like, what a day, huh?
And I'm feeling this, and I'm feeling this.
Yeah. Hope
that's
that was
good.
a cool story for you guys.
No, that was...
Stop getting your blood over the dining.
Do you like olives?
Oh, I love all.
I
But
think
always
he got
have.
me into him. You got me into
Whoa.
martinis.
Yeah. Especially if I'm sitting down, my cats will come into the bathroom and they'll be like, "Can I sit on your lap?" And I'm like, "Absolutely."
Aw,
not,
that's so
friend."
cute.
You don't like that?
course.
No, I
You
don't.
don't want your cats to see.
I just don't want them to. No, I don't want them to be around in there.
Why?
I don't know.
We learned so
Like,
much about
just
Shayne.
leave me alone. But they hate it because if I shut the door, I will be sitting there, and then all of a sudden a paw will just come from underneath the door. And they're
M.
like,
Night
let
Shyamalan.
me in. It's truly
Signs.
like signs.
I feel like we're very good at just kind of talking about it and understanding each other. I mean, I feel very lucky, like from the get, you and I feel like we're just happen to be very much on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
About like everything, where it was like almost mind-boggling sometimes, like where I would be thinking a thing and he would say exactly, and I'd be like, okay, so like I don't even have to worry about this at all. Feel very lucky in that regard.
We're very lucky in that I think we're both people who we both want to go out of our way for the other person, which is nice.
I totally thought, I was like, come on, like look at these pictures.
Right.
How can you think this is a prank? And damn, they must think Smosh is hella talented, that this is like a stunt that
Right.
they're pulling.
My brother would be playing like some of my favorite memories is like my brother playing Final Fantasy VII and me
Nice.
just watching, and whatever game he was playing, I'm like, this is now the coolest game of all time.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, this is the best game ever made. I'd be like, I know.
I feel like he treated
It
you
is.
like his Padawan, though.
He
Like,
definitely did like morph what I would be into.
Dude, that's
fist fight here.
that is unlimited bacon.
Look, what he's saying is making sense.
I feel like, yeah, people like you got to have a lot of conversations before you get married. Some people like forget to do those, or like just don't. You don't know what you don't know, I guess sometimes. But we knew everything, talked about everything. We had it all locked in.
Yeah,
pretty solid.
Brat green would be a really fun one because it's a very specific.
I love that
type
idea.
of green.
That's awesome.
Because a Smosh meme was Courtney telling me like if you don't correctly make brat green, we're done, like, or something like that. I forget what she said to me.
So you have to.
Okay, I think that would be my boundary.
Yeah, we don't do that.
I think
you can set that one.
I think the bathroom door is maybe a physical boundary.
Wow.
We don't bathroom.
Wow.
There you go. And I've talked about this on the podcast a lot. Of like, I am someone. Even when I lived alone, and I am home alone, no pets, no nothing, I am shutting that bathroom door because it's just the feeling of like I want to feel like I'm Schrodinger's box. Like there's nothing outside exists, and maybe I don't exist. Like I am
it's
so
it's a good
locked in.
I close the doors because the cats try to get on my lap when I'm peeing, and sometimes I just don't need that right now.
Our cats disrespect it.
Yeah,
because I'll shut the door and all of a sudden there'll be like a paw that like reaches under.
Yeah, our place has this little kitty door on the bottom that like has literally like a little door that opens and they can come in. Their litter boxes in there, and so sometimes I like privacy from the cat, so like I'll shut it, but I won't like latch it. And Bones will like shove the door open and poke his head through. I'm like,
like Jack Nicholson.
Sir. Yeah, I'm trying to remember when we told you.
I remember it was just like we were like in the middle of a conversation, you guys, and you were like, by the way, we're engaged.
Oh yeah, when
like
was
it came,
that?
and I was like, what?
Huh. I'm trying to remember.
I think one of like Jarvis's things.
It was probably I think it was at Jarvis's.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, you were just like, we're engaged. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
But when did you guys was this just a timing thing, or did you guys decide like we're gonna April 1st?
It was kind of just lined up really well, and then it was your idea to announce it on April 1st, just because it was a couple days after we got married.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the date was 3/29, and then I was just like, well, like, what if we just, because we're fools, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean it was legendary.
I feel like, Paramount had sent me this pink ladies jacket that is actually like such high quality embroidered and like a deep hot pink silk lining inside, just so sexy. I wore it for like a presentation recently because I've been telling people I think Grease 2 is the greatest movie ever made.
Okay, I don't agree.
Final meme here. This was all thanks to Courtney.
I love.
Oh yeah, that's a
Courtney
good one.
drew.
Shayne and I don't have things to really like talk about him negatively.
You had to choose what part of the Chuckle sandwich you are. You can add an ingredient to it. What would it be?
Ooh, I get to add an ingredient.
Yeah, add an ingredient. Like we've got a long toothpick that's going
Do you
through.
eat the sandwich with everything in it at the end of the season?
We tried to make one at like episode, like around the 100th episode.
Nasty.
So like maybe 40 episodes ago, and it was
I
nasty.
feel like I know what we should add is olives.
Oh, well, you could
Both
you're
okay.
individuals. You
That's
could
all.
choose.
This is good.
So I'll add olives, some green olives.
Make it a
That's
dirty
really good.
sandwich.
Yeah.
Okay, I
my
guess we get
favorite
green
thing.
olives.
My favorite thing on a sandwich that nobody ever has is Bubbies.
Bubbies.
What is that?
They are bread and butter chips. They're like pickles, but like sweet, and they're
Whoa.
cut like pickles.
I think the combination of olives and bubbies is really bad already.
No,
Those are just like.
Bro, so Courtney's been watching Vanderpump Rules, and she's like, okay,
Oh, it's reality.
She's like, yeah, it's reality, but it's from like the first season's like 2013. And watching this, I was like, you cannot be this bad of a person nowadays on reality TV. And I come across a stand that's Silly Straws. And I legitimately lose my mind.
that's silly straws.
And they're like, yeah, we can make a straw that's your name.
Wow.
And I lose my
That's
mind
fun.
so much that they're kind of like weirded out.
Right. They're like,
They're like,
actually, you
should-
don't get a straw.
You should not be this excited about it. Like, you're a 21-year-old man. You should not be as into this as you are. But I was so stoked.
Oh, what color was it?
I think I got like a purple or like a light pink or purple silly straw that said Shayne in cursive.
That's your favorite.
It was awesome. And then
That's
I
fun.
eventually got too dirty. You can't clean it.
Yeah, because those little
you
straw
can't get
Because
the
it's
pipette into it.
Freaking, it's insane looking.
Right. Wow.
But
in there.
I was very excited about that. I get excited about really silly, stupid things.
Yeah. Yeah.
My dad's drink of choice whenever he orders is a Kettle One martini, dry dirty with 3 olives.
Dry
Whoa.
dirty. What does that mean?
Dry dirty.
I don't know, but I order it.
Maybe that's similar to what you have because you get a splash of dry vermouth in it.
Well,
Yeah.
like
Whenever I'm like walking by and it's on, they're just like going
Walking
in
by.
on people.
You know he's just sitting there.
I'm not.
When I'm sitting there locked in on the TV.
Spending a ton of money on a wedding feels like it's more perceived as a necessity than like securing stable housing.
Well, that was
Yeah.
kind of. I mean, that was kind of what happened with us leading up to it. I mean, if you feel like
Yeah.
talk about this, is like we were planning on doing a wedding, and then it finally we were kind of like talking about it. It's like, yeah, so I guess we're gonna do this.
We literally signed a contract with a planner. We were going to spend more money than we wanted to. We like went to sit down and kind of celebrate, have dinner, and like kind of talk more about what we want.
And then at the end of that dinner, we were both just like, do we not even give a shit about this?
Yep.
Like, do we want to do this? And then we're like, oh, we just want to elope. This is
We're like,
awesome.
you wanted to elope? I wanted to elope.
That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
And it was the thing of like, I definitely realized, I was like, oh, I had been instilled like, this is what you do.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is what you obviously will want. And like, and so I was like, and this is what everybody wants. And this is what we have to do. And then it was like, oh, we don't have to do it.
No.
When I walk out of the bathroom, Courtney goes, what'd you do in there? I go, nothing.
Yeah. I didn't take a
I didn't take a in there.
And then his dad, my grandpa, flew jets as well.
He was like among the first
What?
wave of the Air Force, right?
Yeah.
For me, like nowadays in this era, like I like posting fun parts of our life and like our experiences and stuff, but it's such a juggle where I still want my social, like my brand or whatever. I want it to be about me.
I always am like, I'm not going to do this. Courtney will be like, well, I'm going to watch the first episode. And then I end up watching it.
Yeah.
Me trying to play Balatro on my phone.
Is that your game of choice?
Oh, yeah.
What is that? I've never heard.
Balatro?
Yeah, I've never heard of it. Ooh. I'm doing Heyday.
Okay,
Balatro.
this is a very small indie card game that came out this year and it
Okay.
got nominated for Game of the Year.
Wow.
It's
It's very.
I'm doing the, I'm,
Aesthetic
this is a
we
meme
both love
online.
this game. We love
No,
this game.
I started playing this game and I got everybody hooked on it that I work with. It's poker, but it's on cocaine. It's awesome. I cannot describe the game because it's just going to sound silly.
I get to describe it. It's like okay, so the aesthetic is very like retro and like very cute and kind of mystical, but it's poker. The money's not real, and like you're playing hands and you're getting chips, and then when you use the chips to buy little jokers that make the poker scores even bigger, and it's just the Switch, especially if you play it on Nintendo Switch, it's like the vibrates are so good. It's like
okay.
it's like
I
Candy Crush
You're playing
poker.
poker, but you're kind of like trying to do like different builds where it's like, all right, I'm going to go for only flushes and I'm upgrading my flushes so that when I play a flush, it's worth like triple.
Yeah,
And
well, that's how
then-
he plays. He goes hard. He loves to challenge himself.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
very satisfying. They immediately download a math app on their phone.
It just doesn't
I
make
can't
sense.
believe you just
makes
organically told us you're brushing up on math.
I'm not ashamed to say that I'm brushing up on math.
You know,
I
no,
actually
Shayne, I think
enjoy
it's
it.
awesome.
It's pretty
Little
good.
Teddy.
Whoa, that's a really good one.
Thank you.
I do the I always knew, we always said, little Teddy, gonna go far.
You got the face. Really? You got the settle. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
he
You
does that, like,
got
thing.
that settle.
No, it's
Perfect.
he comes up here when he's like, all right, what do I say next? He's like, but other people are trying to say.
You guys are out of control. I'm married to Courtney. Have you seen the TikTok about
Stop it, Buff Shayne.
This is Shayne, Topp, and Courtney Miller. See you guys later. Peace. Bye.
Peace, bye.